Welcome everybody. Today we're going to make a tier list of April 2023 Pro League matches. So we got 3 new dice in the mix. We got a recall dice, we got a speed dice, and we got a vision dice. And we had some balance patch, so certain dice were better now, certain are worse. I know my first list, I was like kind of fresh into the game, so certain dice I rate them too high. But now we got a new ranking system where we have I still can be wrong. It's every time based on my opinion, and maybe somebody experienced different things. So, what I was saying first, we got now triple S, double S, single S, A, B, C, D, and F. Okay, so triple S is like OP godly. Double S is still very good, insane. S is very good. You should play. A, decent. B, yeah, why not? C, yeah, it's still there. Some people play it, but does it actually have success? D, I have a feeling this dice needs a buff. It's doing a little, but that little is not making much sense. F away with this dice. Whatever. Okay, let's go. We're starting off from left to right, and yeah. So the dice which is the most on the left side towards the ranking system is the better dice. So that's how I'm trying to order them, and I'm trying to make this video not too long. We don't need to talk about the mechanism, how the dice works, that I did in the last tier list. If you want to check that out, look at the last tier list, even though the last tier list is a little bit terrible because the ranking of the dice are not that great. So we're starting with barrier dice. A decent dice. Yeah, I'll put it in. It's between A and B, in my opinion. I put him for now in the A tier because I see his purpose being still good, decent. So it's still a very good dice, but it does not quite fit with me if I put it A tier. I have to put it B tier, sorry, but I don't feel well. The tortoise dice, I don't know how to pronounce the dice. Anyway, this one is a good distraction. It's still, I have a feeling it still needs to kind of a little bit tankier. And the current dice, I have a feeling I have to put in A tier. Some people might be S tier, double S, whatever, but I have to put him A tier. In PvP, I know he's much better, but for Pro League matches, it's on the high end of the A tier. Death dice. So since the time meta is kind of dead now, I've tried around with the death dice, playing him with my level up White Tiger deck. I have many videos coming up. I know some people were asking for this video, so this video is coming in between. I made like 4 or 5 videos. I tried with death dice. So I tried with certain dice out with certain deck combination, and the death dice. I mean, it has, but I still like it needs a buff. I still feel like it needs a buff. It's not quite doing it. I have to put in D tier. So we got the Azure Dragon. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have to put in S tier. It's still a little bit better than the Tortoise, but not double S, not triple S. Yeah, because the players have changed the match style, but still it's very good dice. S tier is a good ranking. I tried the electric dice. I have to put him behind even death dice. I played with the electric dice, and I don't know, maybe I don't think they nerfed it. It didn't work for me. The damage was so little, it didn't do much for me. Okay, next we got the Berserker dice. Berserker dice was played a lot. I put him S tier. Is way better because even one single Berserker dice can knock out the snipers in the corners, and it has a lot of damage. And when you get him to higher dot counts, it's very strong. Okay. Now we got the explosion dice. I think. Wait, let me see. Either higher A tier or lower S tier is a very good dice. It does a lot of work. Weakens the opponent. I'm putting S tier as well. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. It's very good. Dice. Okay. We got a fire dice. It's not played a lot, but still, I tried with the fire dice, and he did what he's doing. When I say plain, I'm talking about a single fire dice, and as a high dot, like not the 1 dot spam you used to know, as a 7-star. And he did his work. He did his splash damage. My level up dice finished him off. I like it. So he's decent. We got the Vermilion Bird. I have to put him not that high. I think it's that's a. I think it's in between. It's either I don't feel like it does its work, but you can only have one. And if you misplace him, it can be very crucial. But if you place him right, he can be very strong. But the problem is, sometimes he still dies too fast when the opponent gets too strong or there are too many opponents. So that's why he later, in the very, very late game, he's not that useful as he used to be or supposed to be. I mean, you can combine him with invincible dice. I haven't tried this combination. Sounds good when I'm saying it right now. I should try it. It could be maybe broken. Oh wait, the combination I've seen always with revive dice. That is insane. I didn't play it myself, but it made him does not miss his explosion because they're going to kill him. Then he's taking his time to revive, and he dies. They kill one of the revive dice, and the counter still stops where he died, so it continues. And even if he dies again, then another revive brings him back. I saw that, and he came back, does his explosion damage, and it was very, very good. Okay, next we got the Good and Evil. I played him myself in my deck variation, didn't do well, but I've seen lots of players playing it. I played a lot of games it. At the beginning, even as a 1-dot, it does a lot of damage, and he's the one of the first dice. I would put him in a double S tier. He's a very good dice. He does his job as the evil part. In the good part, I don't see him. I mean, he can be very tanky, but we play him as the evil dice, not as the good part. The good part is like when you don't have enough dice dot up to dot him up. Okay, so we got the healing dice. I tried this dice. No. I see player playing it, but I didn't see any success. Maybe they need to increase the healing amount or something, but this dice is not doing it. I don't see any threat from coming out from this deck. Hell dice. Yeah. It's still very dangerous. When I face off against Hell, I try to place multiple shields as possible, because once one shield gets killed, they have to kill the next one instant kill. So yeah. And this one avoids the invincible. Next we got the Holy Arrow dice. Yeah, this one I will put. He did his work. I used to play with him, ranked with him a little bit up. It's a decent dice. Has a good reach of 3. And has his divine as well. Once he gets divine, his damage is insane. The Holy Sword, I can't talk for you the same. Your range is just 2, if I remember correctly. I'll put him higher, B tier. Even though they look like similar, but they have both divine, but this one is much better than the Holy Sword. Now we got the Invincible dice. The Invincible dice does its work. I wanted to put him S tier, but I have to put him higher, A tier. He can be very dangerous with certain combination, but he's only good because of shield dice. Without shield dice, Invincible dice wouldn't be that great. This dice even got a nerf, so yeah, it's good. I mean, 80 is not bad ranking, but the duration hurt a little bit this dice, but people still have success with the dice, and they still played. I still played as well, but sometimes I notice like, should I play the Invincible dice or should I play the Revive dice? Because in some situation, I feel like the Revive dice is doing much better. Okay, coming to the next dice, the Judgment dice. Since the spam meta is gone, the Justice dice isn't that great. I mean, before that, I would have placed, before the balance patch, I would place the Judgment dice to double S. But now, he's lost his purpose. I have to put him maybe higher B tier, but he's not doing much. I mean, he can face off with some spammers, but with the current meta, we don't have any problem facing off this dice. Level up dice, I can't put him triple S. I can't. I have to put him double S. Oh, this is a good question. Should I put him? I'll put him before. Put him before because in my experience, when it's like, I mean, for DPS wise, even DPS wise, level up is going to overtake the good and evil over time. But once you face our opponents like with explosion, I think a 2 or 3 dotted explosion instant kill the good and evil dice as a 7-star. But the level up dice is still a little bit tanky as well, so they won't die off so easily of an explosion. There's multiple needed, multiple, not even 2 or 3. I think 4 or 5. I don't know how many, but it's multiple needed to kill it off. And next we got the light dice. Light dice, yeah, light dice is a decent dice. It still doesn't work. I played with it because lately I've been playing more with meteor dice, experimenting, and I had some success. You win some, you lose some, but yeah, the light dice, it's I will put it above. I'll put him here. It's doing its work, but it's just for the attack speed buff. It got nerfed. It used to be faster. But it's still a usable dice. Next, we got the lock dice. Lock dice can be annoying, but they nerfed the HP. I'll put him behind the hell dice. It's still, you don't really see it much. I mean, yeah, nothing much to say. Okay. Next, we got the lunar dice. And with the lunar dice, it's not the same like the light dice. You can't play around with the lunar dice. Once it's tanky, gives a lot of attack speed buff. I mean, less than the light dice, but it gives you critical bonus. And that critical bonus, with the speed they're increasing, they have more chances to get the crit. So the lunar dice, I know it has some condition to be activated. Even if you have 5 dots, it has 25%. I have to put in the higher part of the S tier. I won't put it double S. I mean, it's very good. It's very good, but not every dice is going to be above that level. Modify electric. It's still very good. Actually, I've been thinking to play this dice more because with this you can get rid of the corners of the sniper dice. Yeah. Now we got the damage is decent. Yeah. Meteor dice as well. I feel like it was a hidden gem because when you work with high dot, I still put him A tier. I wouldn't put him S tier. On top of modify electric, he can do a lot of damage, and I played around like white tiger, meteor dice, light. In this case, in this scenario, I play light, with shield, and then I played either invincible or revive or something else. Or was it Black Tortoise? I don't know, but it's still very good. And the Mighty Wind, the Mighty Wind, I don't feel any threat from coming out from this dice. I put him higher B tier. It has some purpose combined with the Hell dice, and it combined with Barrier, so the Mighty Wind is a little bit tankier, and they have some shield to distract, and maybe some explosion or Vermilion or shield. Invincible. They have different variations, and it's still decent. Not very good, it's decent. Recall dice. I didn't face it off a lot of times. I'm going to put them lower S tier for now. It's just my theory, because what the recall dice did, because of that dice I lost one battle. It was insane. I don't know what dice I was testing, but he had his 1 dot recall dice and his white tiger at the other corner. So the moment when you corner the white tiger, and the white tiger was his highest dot count on the field, that recall dice every time, zoop, white tiger. Bam bam bam, attack, does his teleportation. So with that you can place your highest dot count. That is good in close combat. that's if I have the recall dice, I would try different variation myself. It's a nice dice. I still don't have the recall and the vision dice, but I put in lower S for now. I think it's a very decent dice. Higher. Yeah, I think higher than this. I wouldn't put in over Lunar, but Revive Dice already sold multiple times. I have a feeling like Invincible Dice, it took the place of Invincible Dice, and the Revive gives a lot of HP. I mean, with Shield Dice, it does not come with full HP, but the Revive Dice itself has lots of HP, and most of the time, your DPS Dice comes back with full HP. Yeah, and it's still very strong. I tried the Iron Dice, and Iron Dice did actually pretty well. I put it in front of the Lock Dice. Like I said, I was trying many dice. I'm unsure how to place them with the level up Lunar, White Tiger, Shield comp, and it did well. Okay, coming to the next dice, we got a Shield Dice. I think Shield Dice. Shield Dice, good old Shield Dice. When I did my first tier list, I don't know where I placed him, but I was like, Shield Dice. I saw one tier list, I don't know from which person, and I was like, he put him S tier. No. He put him above. But right now, with the decks I played against with, in every deck, I have no words. The only thing I can say, this is the best dice, because he taunts the enemies. Not only he's a tank, he provokes them, so the enemies will focus on the Shield Dice itself. I mean, if they're out of range, of course they're not going to attack the Shield Dice. If you're lucky, they are still going to attack the Shield Dice. That's why I'm saving. Okay, I'm not saving the gold, but when it comes to Dice Lab, I'm putting for the common dice, I'm putting everything into Shield Dice. I was thinking maybe I should save up for the Shield Dice to get another class up. I'm also planning to save up for the diamonds, so I can get the gold 100k for 35 diamonds. I shouldn't get the blue chests. I shouldn't have get the blue chests. It's about the gold. When I get the gold, everything maxed, everything upgraded, then we can go for the blue chest again or save up a little bit gold. Hopefully some events coming up to the game. I got no dice in the C rank, but long talk, short story, triple S. Okay. Now we got a Sniper Dice. Sniper Dice, the Sniper Dice is, it got nerfed, but still, it has the range of 4. And the White Tiger does his madness, but because of this dice, I have to change my total strat, because when you're going to see my future videos, I have my level up placed in the center of the field. I have the White Tiger at the right corner, but what the players been doing, they putting the snipers in the 2 corners. So even though if I kill everything, those 2 snipers, I'm going to take off the rest of my battlefield. So in the end, it will be like 2-0, 2-1. They'll still win the battle. So 1-2 or 0-2 for them. So yeah, the Sniper Dice, I have to put him. It's not good in every deck. I have to put him higher. It's still a very good dice. The range just makes him insane. I think before the buff was just a little bit of damage mitigation. I mean, yeah, it's to make them weaker, but still, there are different decks out there that makes even the Sniper decks stronger again. Yeah, Solar. I faced off some Solar, and Solar, the damage when they have the higher dot count, it does a lot of more splash damage than Fire Dice. And maybe I should try the Solar Dice more. For now, I have to put him. The splash damage was kind of huge. I put him because it does not need the activation like the Sudragon. I put him behind. I put him mid S tier. It's still very good dice. Soul Dice, same thing. Not same thing. It does not do splash damage, but he gets stronger and stronger. But for that, you need a lot of dice that dies before him. Yeah. But over the time, he gets stronger. I would put him still a better condition than the Vermilion. he can sometimes be better than good and evil sometimes. I'm not sure. I put him right before Berserker. I say good and evil. Berserker dice is still very good dice. Does his job. Okay. Now coming to the next dice. I feel like this is again going to be a long video, but I think the first one was 30 minutes long. We are almost done with the video. Speed dice. Speed dice. I played him in the beginning, and I saw his purpose, but his purpose is not enough. I mean, you can place the dice to kill the corners. That's it. I wouldn't place him in the middle of the battlefield. He wouldn't have that reach. But if your opponent does not place anything, I have to put him D tier. I wanted to put him C tier, but I feel like Death Dice is still better. But I think the Spear Dice is better than the Electric Dice, but not better than the Death Dice. I mean, 1-on-1 combat, I would say Spear will win, but if Death would be out of range of the Spear Dice, then Death wins. Okay. Next, we got the Sword Dice. Sword Dice, it was in time comp very good. Alone, I haven't tried him because of his low reach. The low reach makes me not play this dice. I mean, it's very strong. So, I think it still has a better purpose than Mighty Wind. Damage-wise, as a second DPS. You can play him as a main DPS. As a second DPS, you can place him some places to do huge damage to mitigate your opponents. Nah, I have to put him behind Mighty Wind. Mighty Wind has a reach of 3. He does more. With Hell Dice, yeah, I feel like it does a little bit more. So, yeah. Teleport Dice, yeah, put him C tier. Yeah, he can teleport something randomly. It's quite decent, but it feels like needs a buff. I'm not feeling the teleport dice. Time dice. Time dice got the nerf, and it was actually still strong, but there's one dice in this list that single-handedly can destroy the whole time comp by itself. So that makes the time in the current meta, I mean, I still lost sometimes against them 1 or 2 battles at the beginning, but in the end, mostly I won't lose. So I wouldn't put him F tier, not D. B tier, I put him high C tier. I feel like the time dice has dropped the list. I wouldn't, yeah, it's still more worth than teleport dice. The other dice, barrier and the others have more purpose than the time dice in the current meta. So the time dice has dropped off. I was trying to play, I didn't do it, trying to get the time dice as a 7-star working. Maybe it can do something with that, but it couldn't work as planned. Okay, next we got a Vampire Dice. Vampire Dice. The Vampire Dice is decent. I played it together with the Level Up. The Level Up healed himself, was doing much better than the Healing Dice. Because you do damage and you get the HP back. I would put him behind the Hell Dice. It's decent. It's 8 here. You can play it. Coming to Vision Dice, the Vision Dice does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. I don't have it myself, but when I played against the Vision Dice, it does a lot of damage. So I put him as same as Vision Dice. I will put him before the Vermilion Dice, but I feel like the Vision Dice has some strong damage and it's hard to face him. When we Water Dice, I put him higher C tier. You don't see player. It makes the dice slower. It has a purpose, but nobody plays it. Okay, before we go in for the White Tiger, let's go for this dice. Yeah, same thing. It can be only good because of the. Yeah, put him C tier. It's only good because of Hell Dice, but you actually play the Mighty Wind instead of the Wind Dice. So yeah, it's not that great. And coming for the man of this current season, the season's about to end. I think I'm going to place this video one day later. So it's ending on that season. Okay, in the White Tiger season. We get in the Sudragon season next. We will see what's going to happen with the White Tiger. What happened with the White Tiger? It's like it actually got that buff. What I was thinking about the White Tiger in the beginning, at first, that was like, oh man, he stopped moving because no guys are fighting on the battlefield, and he stopped moving. I was like, oh, the White Tiger is not that great. I mean, on my first list, he was the best dice in the game. Now that he got that buff, and with him, I could bigger reach. He's strong. He's one of the dice I want to max pip at the beginning. Okay, and he can single-handedly take down the time meta. He's one of the reasons why the time meta is dead, because now even if they play the numbers games, he killed them one by one as a 7-star. So he's an F tier. No, D tier. No, C, B, A. I wouldn't put him triple S. I have to. Oh, he's great. He's great. Sorry, I have to put him with shield dice. I have to. Or S doubles. Between these two. Anyway, that's going to be for the video. If you want any more videos, comment down below. That's it. See you next time.